Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Els Company from Bemis Crafty Corner. And today's project is this little box, this little cube. Okay? So, it's Christmas, and this is going to be one of our Christmas projects for this year. And every year I do like a series of gift boxes and things like that for you. So, this is going to be one of them. And this one is like perfect for coworkers. This is a great one to give to, maybe the teacher at school, the bus driver, that kind of thing. So this is a great little project. So let me just show you. This is, of course, the prototype, and what it is it's a little explosion box. And it holds Yankee Candle Company votive will fit right here in this slot. And, it's pretty flat. It lays pretty flat, except for this part. But it's not as difficult as it looks. It's relatively easy to create, and we're going to go ahead and get started on this. I'm going to get out a supply list, and I'll be right back, and we'll walk through everything that you're going to need to complete this project. Be right back. Alrighty, let's go over the supplies on this one. Obviously, a candle. This one smells yummy. This is from the Candlelight Company, the ones that do my Moonlit Starry Night. Now, they didn't have Moonlit Starry Night, or I would have gotten that one. But they got this one. Oh, it is gorgeous. So, a candle, some adhesive, scissors, scoreboard, scoring tools. You're going to need a circle die or a punch if you don't have dies, and of course, obviously, you're going to need a cutter. And we're going to need some paper to decorate. We're going to be using this Peace on Earth. This is I don't know, last year, maybe the year before Christmas pad, and then some cardstock. Now, this is 12 by 12 cardstock that I cut down, and the reason is because the 12 by 12 tends to be a little thicker than the 65 pound that we normally buy, and the 110 is way too thick. So I buy the single sheets for these types of projects. So we have one piece that is 6 inches by 9 inches, and then one piece that is 2 by 5.5. So as you can see, you can get 2 of these out of one sheet of paper. Okay, so let me get this out of the way, and I'll be right back, and we're going to do some scoring and folding and cutting and all that good stuff. I'll be right back. All right, so on the long end of our cardstock, we are going to score at 2. Remember, a couple of light passes. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay? Light passes. We don't want to tear the paper. We don't want to abuse it. We just want to get some score lines in there. And then we're going to turn it so that the smaller flap, the little 1-inch flap, is facing up. And we're going to score this again at 1. And we're only going to the second score line. Okay? So at 1, and then over here at 5. All right? Again, only to that second score line, okay? Now, two and 4 all the way down. Okay? So, 2, 4, 6, and 8 here. Then the 1-inch flap at the top of your scoreboard, you're going to score at 2 and 4. 1 and 5 are only going to go to the second score line. Okay? Let me show you. So that's what that looks like. All right? Then we're going to take the other piece. This is the piece that goes in here that holds this. Okay, so we're going to score this at 2, 2.5, excuse me, 2, 2.5, and I think, geez, 4.5, and again at 5. Okay, so at 2, 2.5, 4.5, and 5. All right, let's put the scoreboard away, and I'll be right back. I'm going to show you how to fold everything and cut and what we're going to be doing. So I'll be right back. All right, so when we're folding this, wherever there's a valley, wherever it goes in, we're going to make that a hill. Okay, and we're going to hit that with our bone folder. Just to set that crease in. Now, these ones here, don't do anything with those. Don't fold them, okay? Just fold the big ones. Okay, so now we have a piece that does this. So we're going to get rid of a few pieces here, okay? Where is my white pen? Here it is. Okay, so we are going to get rid of this piece, this piece. Then we're going to get rid of this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. Okay? So, when I say to the inside, I'm talking about to the big portion of the project. So on this first 1-inch one, we're going to go just inside the score line, down to the second score line, and then we're going to take that out. Okay? Now, that block has to go, so we're going to go all the way in on both sides. And then we're just going to cut off this flap. Now, if you have a plunge style cutter, that makes this a lot easier, okay? I just want to even this up here real quick. Alrighty. I'm getting rid of this one. We're not wedging any of these ones, okay? Normally I would talk to you about wedging things, and we're not doing that on this, okay? We're going to remove this one. Again, we're cutting just to the inside of the score line. Just to the inside of the score line, wherever the project is, okay? This piece has got to go. And then these two little squares. All right, so now we've gotten rid of all of that. Now we need to cut our flaps here. So we're going to go just to the large side here of the score line, and we're going to put a little wedge in. I know, you guys knew the wedge was coming, right? And then we're going to wedge this part. Again, just to this side of the score line. Wedge the top. Okay. So now you have a piece that looks like this. That's where we're at. The other piece, which is our base piece, which is right here someplace. Where did I put it? Here it is. I'm going to be back in just a second, and we're going to talk about cutting out the circle for this, and then we're going to be doing some matting. So let me clean up the desk, get rid of the scoring tools, and I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to deal with this piece. Now, in the section that's between the two little 1/2-inch pieces here, okay, you see you've got your two little flaps on this side, and then you have a little flap here. On this section, we are going to cut a circle. And this is 2 inches crossed, and the die that I'm using is the number 2 out of my set. And it is about 1 3/8 from the circle to the circle. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here and I'm going to get it straight. And I'm going to use a little bit of low tack tape just to make sure that, you know, it doesn't move around. So let's get a piece of washi tape, shall we? And just going to put that in what I feel is the center. And when I have it, I'll go ahead and tape it down. Take a look. Right there. And then I'm just going to run this through my machine real quick. Take that off. Okay. Let me get these out of the way real quick. Okay. Now, normally I tell you to do this. Okay, to fold over the two outside pieces and then glue this down. But if you do that, that little flap shows. And we don't want the flap to show. So we're going to do this the opposite way today. We're going to fold in the big flap first. And we're just going to put a little bit of glue on that. And then we're going to take this one. And we're going to fold over the two little flaps. Okay. Now you don't see that line in there. Okay. All right. Next. So that's going to be our base piece. And it is going to fit right in here, okay? Now, we have to do some decorating. So let's go ahead and flip this over, get out the paper that we want to use, and I'll be right back to give you some dimensions and we'll get some things cut. So I have some paper that I'm going to use, and just so that we didn't have to pull out the cutter and everything, I went ahead and cut strips. These are 1 3/4 inch strips. And I have some scrap white because I want to mat these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these down to 1 7/8. And 1 7/8 is the line between 1 3/4 and 2. So I'm just going to cut my strips down to that. Okay, and then I'm going to cut these 1 7/8, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So I'm going to cut 1 7/8, 5 of these. Let's do this the easy way, Els. That's 5 of those. And then we're going to cut 5 pieces that are 1 3/4. Okay. And then the other part that we need to deal with is this piece here and these two on the side. And they are 1 inch by 2 inches. So we're going to go, for our mats on these, we are going to go at, for our white mats, it's going to be 1 3/4, which we already have. Oh, 1 7/8, which we already have. And then we're going to do 7/8. We're going to cut 3 of these. Okay, 3 of those. And then we are going to cut 3 of these at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, now, here we go. So if you're keeping track, get these all out of the way. We now have 5 pieces that are 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. 5 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. 3 pieces that are 7/8 by 1 7/8, and 3 pieces that are 3/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, so pretty much easy here. What we're going to do is we're just going to put some glue or adhesive of whatever your choice is on the back of our top pieces, and we're just going to mat them on. Okay, so we're just going to do this. Let me get my hand up here so we can focus. There we go, and give ourselves a nice little thin mat around there, and then I'll be back and we're going to go ahead and put everything together. Be right back. Okay, so let's deal with this part first. So this is the piece that's going to go into the bottom of the box. If you want to dress it up a little bit, you can cut a piece of your decorated paper and slide that in there. Just like that. And then we're going to be putting these on. Now, excuse me, we want the box to look right. So you want to make sure that when it's all standing up, that your pieces are facing the right direction. You don't want your angels being upside down. So be mindful when you're putting this on of the direction that that piece is going to be going. Okay? So this piece is going to be my top, like this. So I want my angels to go that way. This is my back, so I want my angels to go this way. Now, if you're not using an overly directional paper, don't worry about it. I mean, this is not overly directional. There's angels going in all different directions here. But I still want the primary ones to, you know, that I want them to, the majority to look like they're going in the right direction. We're going to skip this block. And we're going to be doing this block. Now remember, this is going to fold up. So all of these need to be facing with the tops going out. Woo. Okay, so those are all the squares that you should cover. And then we're going to talk about the lid. So again, be mindful of the direction that the angels are going and the direction that this is going to be facing. Or, you know, whatever your pattern is. Just be mindful. That's all I have to say. Okie dokie. Alright, so that's the last one that needs to go on. It's the one I get crooked, right? Okay, so then we're going to take it and turn it over. We're going to flip in our 2 tabs at the top on that small section. And you know what? I'm going to wedge this piece just a little bit more. I just don't like the wedge on it. There we go. So we're going to pull in those 2 tabs. We're going to put some adhesive on there. Now, you can use whatever kind of adhesive you want. Obviously, I like glue on this because it's a stress area. And then I want to make a nice square corner. So I'm going to hold that for a second just to make sure that it's all firm. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And then we're going to put our base in. Again, make sure our angels are going in the right direction here. Now, if you want to decorate the inside, by all means do that. It is entirely up to you. All right, so now it has set up. And you can take your candle, put your candle in the hole, bring up your sides, and put on your lid. Just like that, okay? I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll take a good look at this. Be right back. Okay, so just a little bit of twine to kind of close it up. And then when they open the twine, and they open your little box, it's going to pop open. And I just put in a little piece right here that you can write a little sentiment on. You can certainly do the insides if you want to decorate the insides of this one. But that's it. That's, you know, pretty much the gist. You just kind of, you know, wrap some ribbon or some twine around there, add a little gift card to the top, and you're good to go. All right, so that's it. That's all I have for you this week. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that button for me and subscribe, like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends, and before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I do go live Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Sundays, and I post twice a week. So on Sunday, we play trivia. Come on out and join us. It's a fantastic game. And we're working kind of towards the end of the year. It's all part of my 1,000 subscriber giveaway celebration. And I also have my 12 of 22 journal challenge going on. There's not a lot of time left, but if you can turn in one journal by the end of the year, you'll get your name in the drawing. And I'm giving away some really nice thank you presents to a couple of lucky participants in that one. And that's all I have for you. If you want to know what I'm doing, what's going on, what's coming out, what videos I'm doing, what classes, those types of things, check out the community tab here on my YouTube channel, or go over to my Facebook group. There's a link in the description box below, and check that out. Let's see. That's it. Till I see you again. Stay well. Bye-bye.